How's obviously Brandon had such a great year last year. How do you think he's handled all this?
You know, I think
Part of the whole thing.
last year for, whatever it is gone. And right now we're working through coming back off of an injury, which he hasn't had for a long, long time. And he's striking the ball pretty good. So we'll see what tomorrow brings.
What's obviously their returner's pretty good. I'm not going to try to say his last name, but what's the challenge you got this
Yeah,
week?
number 8, he's a real good player. He's a north-south guy. He's aggressive going to catch the football. He makes really good decisions in the red zone. He will still return out of red zone. He's doing a good job north-south in the kickoff return game. I think they have a really good unit. They've obviously had some struggles. They've had some kicking issues as well. They've had Graham go on IR and had some different kickers. But other than that, the punter is, I know he's got a great nickname, but he's a lefty. It's hard to catch the ball enough from a lefty, but he has the ability to run all kinds of different, we call them flops or fat balls or different type of kicks that make it difficult to judge and catch. So, and then in the wind up there in the Meadowlands, it's always problematic catching the ball. So we'll see what happens with that. I know we went to Pittsburgh and we ended up muffing one. Keyshawn did, and we got it back. And the week later, Indianapolis muffed one, and then the Pittsburgh ended up getting it and got a touchdown off it. So I just think a lefty is something a little bit different. And then when you play in the elements, and then when those guys have the ability to kick flops and fat balls and all kinds of different kicks, it just makes it hard to judge and catch it. So they're a damn good unit. I think they're covering really well on kickoff. I think they're big, they're physical, they have fast guys. They're playing with some of their defensive ends, rushing the punter. 51, the rookie's a hell of a punt rush guy. He's already got one blocked against Washington. So it'll be a good challenge. I know we're excited about playing.
Rich, is the wind in this place as
Yeah.
impactful as it was in the old stadium
It's
there?
like home for me. Yeah, it's still the same. I don't know if they have the doors open or doors closed like the other stadium, but all the times I've played up there, including a couple years ago, here it's an issue. The wind is an issue there.
Is the technique any different when fielding a punt or a kick with wind than it is if the wind's not there? Do you have to do anything different?
Yeah, the wind does a lot of crazy things, to the ball when it gets in the air, and it can make it die and drop on you right away. It can catch it. It happened to Daniel the other night. The ball, he caught the wind and it took off on him and ended up getting the touchback. So when that ball gets in the air and there is a windy day and depending on it's left to right, right to left, a swirl, whatever it is, and then if they're hitting something funky, if they hit it fat, the side of the ball, and it comes that way, and the lefty comes the other way and drops, different than most kickers, most punters that you're going through all year. So it's that's why they always try to find guys that have played baseball. Deion Sanders was a great baseball player, was a great return guy, guys that can judge the ball back there. And what I think Rome's been doing outstanding for us, but it's always a challenge in the wind to catch the ball.
Given their kicking situation and the wind, do you know yet what you'll get on kickoffs to you?
No, again, they've used some different guys kicking off. The lefty punter has been kicking off for them. I know he had a couple short last week and one out of bounds, but they've hit drive kicks plus home and away. And so, again, a lefty kicking off is a little bit different, whether he's going to go to our right hand or our left hand, and just have to wait and see. But I think the trend in the league is the more they can get better at those dirty kicks or those drive kicks, the more we're going to get.
Hey, Rich, on the punt in the last game that was near the goal line and the officials talked about it, they ruled it a touchback. Did you view that as a missed opportunity for your guys? Like, how did you evaluate it?
Yeah, it was, certainly, I thought Bo had outstanding, effort on the play, and he stepped on the goal line, which is okay. You just have to either get 1 knee or 2 feet back in the field of play to down it. So if we could have got maybe just a little bit more air underneath it, maybe we could have gotten one more extra bounce to give him a chance to play, but it's definitely a missed opportunity, to down the ball inside the 5 or inside the 10. Anytime you can do that, and then your defense goes 3 and out, now you have a chance to get better field position for your offense, and that's complementary football. So it was definitely a missed opportunity for us.
Has Christian Welch been able to offset the things that Nick was doing for you?
He is. He's been playing some of similar positions. He's played the left wing for us on punt. We move him around as well on some of the kickoffs. So it's good to have him back up. He's been a good player for us. And Aaron Mosby's been doing well as well. He's been up the last few weeks. And, I think Isaiah's been playing really well. So I'm excited about the way guys have been covering. both kickoff and punt. I'm excited about the way Daniel's been punting the football, and we just got to keep improving, keep getting better week in and week out.
What's the next step for Savion Williams in terms of the kick returns? What do you want to see? Where do you typically see improvement from a young guy like that?
Well, bless you. You're welcome. The first thing is that they've been kicking away from him to some degree, so that tells you what other teams think of him, right? He's a good north-south physical runner. The thing we like is the way he's been finishing some of the runs. He broke a tackle again last week on the opening kickoff return over to the boundary, but then the next two kicks, the other one went to Bo, kicked it away from him, and then the other one, kid did a good job of kicking all the way in the corner, and Savion made a good play of keeping it from going in the end zone. So I think the next step for him is to just keep finishing and make sure you can get to all those dirty kicks. He works hard at it in practice.